Child. Anyway, so
Little Benji said she was a little too hot to forget. Hello, everyone. My name is Jaden, and there's something I just must and need and will continue to remind you. Jesus was Palestinian. And that's all I need to really say. Jesus, yes, was a Jew, but he was also Palestinian. And he was born in Jerusalem. Bethlehem or Jerusalem?
Bethlehem?
Uh,
I'm singing through all the songs. I'm singing through all the Christmas tunes. He was born in a manger. A manger in Bethlehem.
And Bethlehem is where?
Hello?
Right.
But don't look at it. Don't look at the modern map. It'll have you believe something else.
Look at the biblical one.
Hello.
Okay, because she's
What's
there.
That, page 1 or 2? Come on now, highlight the text.
Stop playing.
Anyway, my name is Amira, and it's just my name is Amira. I agree with Jaden because it's a fact. I was just gonna simply say free Palestine. I've been off of the internet, which is where I used to get most of my news from because it's like the least biased, obviously, because no one is paying these people to tweet these things. But now I'm off, but either way, it still remains my truth. Which is side note, not really. It's really been good to see the longevity of this thing. Like, you know how before it's very like flash news where it's like we're talking about this thing today and everybody's on board. We're so excited to be involved. And then the next day it's like, is it a date if you gotta pay too? And it's like, let's get back to the real stuff. Let's talk about real issues. Y'all are talking about this. Y'all are trying to distract us. Jaden, side note, you sent me something like that as a joke, but I don't remember what it was. And I wish I did. It was a new, is this a relationship question? What was it? It was nutty. I do know that. It was nutty. Anyway, while you think on that.
Thinking of that, I actually asked a relationship question on Twitter the other day. I said, here's a new relationship question. What kind of veggies do you like?
That was the question you texted me. Yep.
Was it?
Yes.
Yeah. I made that up because because I was texting them and they didn't like broccoli, which that's not a problem. But I was just like, these are things we need to know.
No, Jaden.
People, these are the things we need to understand. Do you like vegetables?
Do you drink water? Is actually the question because
I don't have my mouth yet. Next,
Jaden, I told you I read the notes.
Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Do you drink water? That's one of the questions because so many people don't, but not even like I don't like water, which is okay, not really, but it's like I don't drink water, which I scientifically fail to understand. I know there's water in everything, but how are you not dead? I don't get that. You only drink soda and that's enough? Right. Now, of course, this is not talking people that live where places where water is like not as accessible. I'm talking about people that live next to me.
I'm talking about people who have the water tanks in their home and still don't drink water.
Baby, you got a Brita and it's empty. Fill that at the sink. It's full, and that's also the problem. No, it's empty, and it's also when it's in the cabinet. It's dusty.
This is the same amount of water that was here last time I was here. I'm not coming back.
There's a fly in your water. Jaden, I do want to push back a little bit, just a little bit. I do think there is an issue with not liking broccoli because what's not to like? What's not to like? It's fun visually, but visually it's fun.
They said I don't like. I hope he never watches this, but or if he does, like I put everybody else's business out there.
Hello.
because it's like eating little trees. I said, what's funny is that's exactly why I love to eat it.
Exactly. That's
I
why
love
it's fun.
eating it because I'm a giant when I eat broccoli. Like, I'm eating little trees, although they're genetically mutated.
Yeah, that's
I'm fine with that.
That's fine.
Have you ever had broccolini?
Yes.
Delicious.
Also, Jaden, I do want to go back again. The visual of you pretending to be a giant and like using a big giant voice, I'm gonna eat you, having an airplane spoon. It's lovely. And it's just you. It's just you feeding yourself, making eating fun.
Yeah. You have to.
You have to. You have to. I
So
love
the next time
broccolini.
you're
I
on your
love
date,
broccoli.
if you're writing into us, which I know some of you are right now, but if you're writing into us to ask us things you should ask your partner or things you should ask on a date, do you like vegetables? Do you drink water? Do you conduct moss? Like these are just things you might or I mean like do you like
do you
a
wash your
breeze?
legs in the shower?
Or even let's discuss your showering process.
Do you only use body wash? Or are you using body wash? Do
What
you
kind of
use
soap do you use?
soap?
Do you take the soap straight to your skin?
Do you wash your feet? Or do you just let the water? Because today I was thinking, like, when I was scrubbing my feet, I said, "Oh, this feels so good. This feels so good."
Hold on. This is a show we like to call Ciao. Anyway, with Jade in the mirror.
Okay.
Continue.
Got it. I was washing my feet and I was like, "Oh, this feels so good. I love this step." Then I was like, I can't imagine just letting the water hit your foot in the soap and then you just dry off your dirty foot with that towel and then keep
moving.
Yeah, so ask that as well. That might be a little too much for the first date.
See, and no one's saying the first one, but by the third, we need to do some dissecting because
sometimes you can
by
tell.
the third, there's you've well, if y'all went out to eat and he had gumbo and all these other things, but he took out the okra and all the stuff in it, or he had pasta
He ate around
and it came with broccoli and he pushed it to the side, or there was a salad course and he said no thank you and or put mostly cheese on it. These are things we need to discuss. And speaking of disgust, I'm disgusted. So because especially if you date a straight man, a straight cishet man, ask him about that butt. We need to ask these
and
questions.
that's actually before you even go. Like before you put on your finest, your Sunday's best to meet up with this man, you need to know. Last week we gave a trigger warning, a content warning, so I'm going to give one here before we begin. Dookie, we need to know. We need to know. And when I say we, I do mean we. Let me know too. You're going out with him. Would you find out?
Did you ask him? And the other part about asking is the action after that. Like, don't just ask and then do nothing after that.
No, that's the part that pisses me off.
If you ask and you don't get the answer that is okay, because let me also be clear about that. Some of y'all be like, "Oh, it's okay. I'll teach him." Teach him.
I just felt something coming up in my throat.
What did Michelle say? Can't raise a man.
Hello?
He already grown, girl. What you gonna do?
Your mother. Like your mother at that point. Literally, Jaden. I'm not okay, I'm not gonna get in this conversation. I'm not teaching nobody how to nobody grown how to put some soap between. And this is a show we like to call yeah, I mean, Jaden, so the question is what kind of vegetables do you like? Or what vegetables don't you like?
What vegetables? It can be what kind of vegetables?
Because the list goes on for what I like.
And it should.
What I don't like,
but it
water
should.
chestnut.
The problem is it's a litmus test as well. How many vegetables can you name? Because
Name.
if you,
Oh my gosh.
but if I say what vegetables do you like, it's like, oh, well, how many have you had? And it's like, doo doo doo, and it's like it's 2 out of 5 that he listed that he liked out of the 5 that he knows. That, and you know what?
I
I don't know if I can blame a person for that because, like to a certain point, that's your upbringing, that's all that.
of
But
course,
when it's time,
accessibility.
but on our date, can we get a tray of veggies out? You never had
That's
eggplant?
steamed
Try
broccoli.
this.
Oh, the eggplant was a bad example for you to use because texturally it does a lot. I'm just gonna say, if you want
I
somebody to
love
get in,
eggplant
you're
though.
not gonna. No, me
I know,
too. But like sometimes you
but
can't
I get
lie.
that. You
Yeah.
you can't lie about, okay, like eggplant does have a very interesting
Come
texture
on.
and look sometimes, so you have to be very careful with eggy. But
Yeah. Who's perform?
but like
Yeah, no,
a
steamed
spinach,
broccoli, or you know what? If they're all like, I like corn, like I
I don't
hope
even
this
like
reaches the
corn.
right audience, and I hope that this is understood. Grow up. I hope that that's understood. Corn is good, but I haven't had corn in so long, and that's okay. You know what I just cooked the other night, and I was like, butternut squash roasted. I only ever had it, admittedly, in
Delicious.
a soup, but I
Butternut squash
roasted
is
it,
delicious.
baby. I usually have other
Cauliflower,
kinds of squash.
delicious.
Oh,
Zucchini,
I like a
delicious.
green bean. I remember the first
Bruh,
time I ate a zucchini in like 4th or 5th grade,
I remember too
raw, and it was
devouring
so
it.
good. Oh my
Why does my grandmother
gosh.
make zucchini bread and it's so yummy?
No, 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 Jaden, because the ice cream you couldn't transport. And I understood that. Zucchini bread you can transport.
I'll bring
You can
some.
bring me that.
I'll bring
Because
some.
for you to even bring it up, you knew,
I
right? You
know.
knew.
I did know.
Okay. Okay, I'm just checking.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
a taste it first and then I'll bring it. Because I'm not bringing you my grandmother's worst dish. If like I can't throw her out there like that. I'm sorry. I
No.
can't just do
And now I'm
my
talking
family
about her.
like that. Right. And
You
now it's like
can't.
she brought me this zucchini bread, but
It's not what you said. And now I'm dragging the whole Cohen Boyce lineage.
yeah.
I'm
Who
sorry.
is that?
It's gonna have to happen.
Who are
Yeah,
them? I don't know them.
I don't know them. I don't do a podcast with anybody with that name. I did not know this person. But I would
Figure
say
out how
a
to
vegetable. Oh,
stick somebody
let
on
me
her.
punch in my microphone. The the only vegetables that I really don't like are, I'm sorry, beets and like water chestnuts. Beets are too earthy. Water chestnuts, they're too crunchy.
They're
Sorry.
both. I hate them both too. Honestly, beets.
It,
I'm still only 25. Like y'all have to wait. Like I feel
no,
like
seriously.
sometimes things just have to wait their time. Did we talk
Yeah.
about cashmere on here?
No, Jaden, we did not talk about cashmere. You don't like
Well, they
cashmere?
say like no, they say you should wait till later in life to wear cashmere because it's the softest like
It's
material,
so
and
yeah.
if you wear it too soon, your skin can get adjusted to it. So like you have nothing to look forward to in old age. So like in
I'm
old age, like
kidding.
imagine that's your first time putting on cashmere, like you feeling that softness for the first time.
That's such a beautiful thing. I'm gonna have to wait, even though I would wait anyway because I can't afford it right now. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue to wait. I'm gonna continue
But
to wait.
beets is up there. I will eat beets when I wear my cashmere,
I
and
know
that will
I
be
know
that.
that's right. Hello, or at your retirement party. Water chestnuts are just really deceptive. Why do you look
I
like a
just don't.
potato? You look like a potato, and you're not.
Chestnuts, they're not roasting on this open fire. I
Hello.
don't want them. And chestnuts, but are they like? I don't even want to get into them. I
We
don't want
can't
to
get
learn
into
anything
it. We
about
can't
them.
get into
I don't
it.
want to think about them.
We can't.
But okay, favorite vegetable though.
I would have to say probably zucchini. I'm lying. Onion. For raw, I would say like a
Mm,
zucchini or maybe yeah, maybe like zucchini or squash. But for versatility, that girl's gonna do it every time.
no. Okay, that's a good point too. For utility, and then for just like plain out the
Flavor.
gate, potato.
I knew you were gonna say that, but let me ask you this: what savory dish could you not add an onion to and it only enhance?
That's not utility. I'm talking about my favorite in
Name one.
general
No, I
is
love a potato.
but my
Girl, I
favorite
ate.
like utility vegetable like that can be used in many things.
Mhm.
It's absolutely an onion.
I love
Absolutely an onion.
onions.
Onion is probably the greatest vegetable to ever exist.
No, they kind of went off with them. Yellow, white, red, green,
People also sleep on
lavender.
mushrooms, but
Ugh,
we don't tap into that.
we
And
won't
pickles
because
and
I'm
cucumbers.
allergic. So
Aww. So you'd be sleep for life.
what did you gain?
Let's just move forward.
And we will. Let's because this is the show we like to call wait, what? Okay, sorry. So let's go into the moment of the week. I'm frazzled. This is where Jade and I'm about to really kick you out of this Zoom. This is where Jade and I discuss moments from this week or maybe last week and sometimes even next week that made us say, like, really, girl, really? Ciao. Anyway. And because you're still getting it together, you just threatened my life. I'm gonna go first. You let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
I can't stand it here. That was crazy. Um, I know you're not ready, but I am going to proceed with caution.
No, please do.
So I don't know if the people will, just like you with the guy. I don't know if people are going to watch this, listen to this, but this is true. This did happen. So I was just recently at a little gathering of sorts, and it was mostly white people, except for me and one other
That's your
person.
brand.
It isn't, and now it's making me feel like I don't even want to tell the story.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Because I'm talking to you. Well, you okay? So I get it.
Well, sort of, kind of.
So they were going around doing their favorite little icebreaker moment, and I'm like, okay. They're like, if you could, let's I want us as a people to move away from certain icebreaker questions that we've heard it all before. We don't need it anymore. And this is one of them. If you could have any celebrity, already know, play you in a movie about your life,
Oh
doubly
God.
know.
This theater
Like
kids.
how many girl, these was grown people, not
These are
related to
theater
theater.
kids.
They may as well have been. They were given theatrics. So they're going around. You would think they were holding open a list of members of the actors guild. Like they had every. Oh, you kind of look like so and so. Naming all these people for each other. You know who you look like? I'm like, I never even heard of this person. I never heard of this movie. Nothing. So I'm like, I'm about to be ridiculous. Because you know how sometimes it is a little bit fun. I'm going to admit this for our white audience. Sometimes it is a little bit fun to make people a little bit uncomfortable
Absolutely.
about race. So
It's a part of like our
fun.
ability to,
It's
like
our only thing.
it's one of our only tools in this world.
It's our reparations form of like if we can't get it in cash.
A small form.
Hello. So I'm like, oh, on my turn, I'm about to do some nuttiness because I already don't want to answer this question. I'm like, I would say Meryl Streep. That was what they did. What you just did. They were like, I was like, I know, she's old. They were like, they were like, but I'm like, okay, like it's okay to it's okay to be like, girl, stop. So then I was like, okay, just kidding. I guess Tessa Thompson. Mind you, they knew every white girl in the book. They were like, who is this? One more time. Last name, spell it. First name, 2 movies. Grandmother's maiden name. I'm like, you don't know her, then you don't know her. You just don't know her. You just don't know her.
What was this for? I forgot.
Exactly. No, exactly.
No,
For no
no.
reason. It was
Why were
an
you there?
icebreaker. Oh, it was a Friendsgiving. No, still exactly. And then I was like, this is just terrible. Like,
that is terrible.
It was just a joke.
You gotta start bringing me things. Only because, like, I think I'm gonna have to say the out loud things because I'm like, so y'all knew all the white people, but y'all didn't know Tessa Thompson? Like,
oh yeah. No, these are my people. I definitely would have been like, girl, please, let's do a little reading. Well, she not in no books, but come on, let's please.
like, let's watch a real movie.
And I was gonna also do a joke. You know how Hollywood shuffles about 4 or 5.
Right.
I was gonna be like Yara Shahidi as a joke, but I know that one definitely wouldn't land. Yara Shahidi, she's booked, baby. She's playing everybody. Zendaya can't play everybody. I mean, Tessa, she's on that list too.
But like, they
But
didn't
I
know
knew
who
she
he
would
was.
do
If
it
you
because
said
she be
Yara
booked.
Shahidi or Zendaya, they would have known who he was talking about.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have understood that it was a joke because then it would piss me off. Like, you know what? You do kind of no.
Oh no,
Next,
and that's what I'm saying.
joke.
Like,
It
they
was
would
a
have
joke.
known who they were, and they'd have been like, actually, yeah, you could have said Nina Simone.
Not so Saldana.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, and they wouldn't have got that either.
Mm-mm.
Who? I wanted to also be nutty and say Viola Davis, but I'm like, I need to really reel it in that I need them to know that this is a joke. Because they'd be like, Viola Davis is excellent. She's talented.
And they would have been too afraid to tell you y'all don't look alike.
Number one, and baby, is this the futuristic movie or how are we doing this? CGI or what are we doing? Is it a voiceover? What's going on?
Right.
So that's the moment of the week, which is it was literally a true child anime moment, like where I was just like, girl, anyway, like who's next? Because I'm just uncomfortable at this point. They turned it on me. And that's
they did. When's the movie coming?
2029. Spring, summer. September. Right. I saw 6. What is your moment of the week?
I like the beat. My moment of the week comes from, the land of Twitter. There was a post, I think, from the land of TikTok that was about like this woman was showing dupes that she had, and I put my 2 cents out there and talked about it was about 50 cents, and I put my 50 cents out there to say like my opinions on dupes. And if you don't know what dupes are, that's too bad. It's like it's like when you have a real thing, you buy the dupe of it. Because I know dupe can probably mean like 40 things to different people, but like she was showing sneakers and showing like the dupes of sneakers and like, oh my god, look at this dupe. Da-da. And I just personally feel like, and I'm not trying to attack nobody, unless you feel hit, then I hit you.
Holler.
Sorry. I feel like we should cut the dupe game out. Like at this point, let it go. We are not in middle school no more. We are not dealing with like our whole status in life being around us having this dupe. And then I'll get to that. There's a few things that go into play when it comes to talking about dupe specifically. Why do you want this dupe? It's a Nike sneaker, whatever. Why do you want the dupe of that? Just to say you have the Nike sneaker? Yeah, you might as well not buy it, baby. Like the actual thing doesn't intrigue you as much as the ownership of the status of that that thing will give you. If I bought a Louis bag that was fake, that was a dupe, I don't actually want the Louis bag. Because if I wanted the Louis bag, I would save up for the Louis bag. Or I would just buy another bag because it's really just a bag. You actually just want the Louis bag to associate yourself to what Louis' status resembles, or like what it means to be a person who carries a Louis bag. And while we were younger, I can understand these dupes playing a role into like these are the only things my people could afford, and just to show like so you wouldn't get bullied for having some
Shacks.
Shacks. What were the shoes from Payless?
Champion. Route 66. I don't know.
Some Payless shoes on that were meant to be like a remake of the original shoe. Like we could tell this to do, and they used to bully you, and I understand that. So you would get dupes, specific dupes for that. But baby, what would happen if they found out it was a dupe? It was worse than you having the Sketcher.
No, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like if they found out the thing was fake, you still lost that social capital. So just buy the things you like, and if you can't afford the thing you like, save up for it, or you don't need it. If you want something bad enough, you'll save up for it. If you want something bad enough, you'll wait a month to get it. 2 months.
I've been waiting years to get some stuff.
Okay. Like dupes. I think there's room for like a dupe, quote unquote, if it's like a company. Not a company, no. If you remake something based off something you've seen. So say like you found a dress at Dior or whatever, and you remake it, that's different. Because you like the dress, you probably can afford the dress.
And you making it yourself?
You made it yourself. Dupes come with like the global crisis around them. Like they aren't made sustainably. The people who made the Nike shoe are getting paid chump, what do you think the people who made the dupe of the Nike shoe are getting paid?
For real.
And sidebar, just because something is made in China does not mean it's low quality. And I don't know where this came from when like we base China based things as like a low quality thing or a cheap thing over the companies providing cheap materials to make the thing, because they go to China because China has the best seamstresses and the best people who they have the most experience in this field. So like sometimes when companies make stuff in Italy, the stuff is worse, a lot worse, like a lot worse. But the made in Italy gives it that same social capital as the dupe conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like made in Italy makes it sound like it's of this high luxury and super nice materials when it's actually like way worse than what they were making prior to. Look at the jeans that you've had since you were younger versus the jeans you bought 2 weeks ago. Things aren't being made the same, babe. They are cheapening the garments and upping the price. So stop buying dupes. It's really not the thing that you claim it is. Like it's not doing anything for you. Buy what you like. Shop for your personality, shop for your ethics, shop for your own philosophies. Like if you're a short person and you want to present more tall, shop for that. If you are looking for sustainable items, shop for that. If you are looking for nice materials that'll last me years and years, shop for that. But shopping, I like these Adidas, whatever, I'm going to buy the dupe of them. Or I like these Balenciaga shoes, so I'm going to buy the dupe. And not like not the what's it called version of it, like how we were saying, like the Payless version. I think there's room for that, because it's still like, well, why do you want it to be associated with the Balenciaga shoe? But I'd rather get behind you buying that than buying the exact lookalike to the thing. I'm not caping for these companies, and I want that to be clear. Like I'm not caping like you should buy the Balenciaga shoe because of I'm caping for the planet. I'm caping for your own personal things, because when you start shopping and doing these things and shopping outside of trends and shopping outside of the ecosystem of fashion, you start building your own identity, and you further build your identity, and then other things are better. Like they also start to regiment in this way. Like I like music that other people I know don't like, and that's okay because I don't need
Mhm.
them to like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need people to like the things even with the things that you do or produce. Like, Zach Campbell, though I hate him for what he said about Meg, he's apologized, and it's not my space to do all that. I can't. And he's whatever. I'm not here to save him. I forgot where I was going.
Oh,
What were we talking about before that?
I'm not even going to remind you. While you're trying
No,
to
I don't
figure it
care.
out, let me say this. I think that there, like you were saying, there is room for that. I think there's definitely space for that, especially when like the thing you like is based off of the silhouette of something. And I think that like the difference for me is like when your dupe straight up has a Nike check versus when you have on like a slip-on shoe that looks like a Van but very clearly
Exactly.
says Route 66 on the back. Like I just
Right.
like the silhouette of the slip-on.
And I think there's power in that. Like, I think
Oh, for sure. It's like who cares?
there's
I just
power
like the
in
way the
you
shoe looks.
rocking the cheap lookalike version. Like, I think that
Mhm.
can be explained as some sort of like acknowledgement and testament, because you're not trying to assimilate to the status, because the status is removed the moment we see that that's not the Nike, or that's not
Yeah.
the, like the moment we see that, we assert that this is not the thing that we thought it was, and
Yeah.
we're able to make judgments based off that. But if you don't care about those judgments, like, even better.
And I think it's really been prevalent with like the Alexander McQueen white sneakers. Like I see so many pairs of those. Well, the silhouette of those. And it's like, who cares? Every brand of shoe makes that silhouette now. And I'm like, who cares? The amount of actual McQueen that I've seen, minuscule. And that's okay too. Speaking of singing and songs and music, Jaden. So we have right now, we have James Butler, we have Brandy, we have Whitney Houston, we have one Jasmine Sullivan, we have Leslie Odom Jr., we have et cetera, Luther Vandross,
Mariah
etc.
Carey, Ariana
Hello,
Grande,
the Jackson 5.
Beyonce, Destiny's Child. Sorry, I'm
Hello,
like,
TLC, that do have Boyz II Men that have given us Christmas albums, Christmas something, holiday album, whatever. No, they'd be Christmas albums. Who is it? Who else are you waiting for?
I think there's two people.
Mm.
You said one of their names, but I have another one.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Jasmine Sullivan. I need
Full
that Christmas
project.
album.
A full project.
I need the Christmas album tonight, actually. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need you to wait for another Taylor Hose, child. I need it tonight. I do.
Ho ho ho. I needed that yesterday night, and I agree with you 100%.
Hmm.
Mm.
My other one, Victoria Monet. I just
I
feel like
knew you were gonna say that.
she would give me such a nasty Christmas album. I would live.
I don't know if she has a Christmas song that's on my playlist. I don't know what larger body of work it's from, but it's also like older. Like I would love it, like you're saying, with her new sound, like
Yes. Like a
Jaguar
70s Christmas.
Christmas.
Like, it ain't even Christmas, but it's
Hey, that is your birthday.
birthday.
Exactly. She kind of gave you one actually, so you're kind of being ungrateful. For
Mind you,
me,
that song is.
I
Stop asking me for shit.
no, yeah, it's actually the antithesis of Christmas. I'm going to second both of those artists, and I also think I would like to see one of the rap girlies give us something. Like I
Ooh.
feel like ho ho ho, like Flo Milli, please. I just feel like she
Mm,
would talk some nasty,
she
nasty
would.
about
Emily would
Christmas.
eat.
I feel like it would be so good. I feel like it'd be really powerful because, like you were saying, and like we've said before off this podcast, on this podcast, listening to Flo Milli, like it really does something to you.
Every
It
time.
makes you feel like you're
So many.
unstoppable.
So many shit, man. And even like she dropped her video for You Ain't Never Gonna Lose Me.
Hmm.
He's feeding the rainfall his hand in my coochie. He touching Emilio Poochie. Like, He's speeding in the sleigh while his hand on my like. We're already halfway there. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, Ghost Rider. I just feel like it just would really subvert the narrative. Like we know singing a little R&B vibe, gospel Christmas. Okay. Rap about Dancer, Donner, Vixen. That feels like a bar. Like it's already Speedy, just listing names of reindeers. You're halfway. That's a rap. Come on.
I think honestly, I think I could do a ladies' Christmas and do like the women in rap, like
Oh
a compilation of
my.
like all of them.
Okay, but I'm sorry. Imagine Eve giving us a Christmas track on this album. Okay, so Jaden's like, I meant the newer ladies.
Well, no. When I said ladies, I was
Because
like, the old girl's gonna get brought in here. I just know.
I would like to hear the Queen. I would like
I
to
knew
hear
you were
Dana
gonna say Queen
Owens give us
Latifah.
something.
I knew
But I
Queen
knew that you
Latifah was.
knew that, so that's why I said
I
Eve. Because I knew that you knew that.
You knew
I was like,
Queen Latifah
who
was already transmitted through this computer screen. Like
who
as soon as
Eve?
I said the ladies of Christmas, a ladies' Christmas night, whatever. As soon as I said it, I said Queen Latifah, here she comes, child. Lady ain't rapped in I don't know how
But you
many
know
years,
she sings.
but
She
you're
sings
going to
though.
keep the name alive. You're gonna
But
keep.
she sings. Jaden, she can do the chorus. You know
Oh,
she
she's gonna rap too.
sings.
Missy Elliott.
No, Meg Thee Stallion in like a little red
Oh,
bralette
I
with
love that for
some.
Megan Thee Stallion. It goes straight to what she's gonna look like. Like, forget what she sounds like. The rap's gonna eat, but
Because
what is she going
I'm
to
sorry,
present?
because this is what that's what I'm thinking about. Okay, because we know what she's gonna sound like. Actually, what Dana gonna be in? What we putting
A
Dana Owens in?
pantsuit. Did I lie?
No.
No. It's gonna be cute, but it's gonna
I'm
be
sorry. Can I say this? You know who I don't want on this Ladies of Christmas? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't want Doja Cat on it.
Why?
I just feel like if there were like let's say like a behind the scenes documentary style, the making of, I just in my mind's I can't see her in that space. You know, I just can't see her moving about the space with the ledge. Like she just pissed me off recently. So I'm like, remove her. Take no
a new piss off or the same piss off?
the same one.
Okay.
I just haven't. I never worked through it. I just never. I just never worked through it.
Y'all.
Hello. I just listen and keep her out of there. She's no.
I
The Christmas is about Santa and the Lord.
I have my list.
Okay.
Nikki, of course. Ice Spice, of course. Doechii is going to be on it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Ice Spice, of course, she's getting her whole. She's not getting her own song.
No. These are just people on the album. This is just a list of people who will be on the project somewhere. I never said what capacity. I never said they may just be like,
an ad-lib,
and that'd be it.
Come on. And that's all we
get.
get.
I'm sorry,
okay.
Ice Spice we eat a Christmas track.
Sure.
Especially a drill Christmas beat.
No, you're
Christmas
right.
in New York. Christmas in New York. And it's like a drill beat and all the
boots.
New York artists.
Now that's good. Hold on. Who should I? Let me get.
Who's writing this down?
Who?
Yeah. Make sure you write this down. Who else? Doechii is gonna be on it. She's gonna have her own track. She's gonna have her own full solo track. And Eve can be on it. Queen Latifah will be on it.
I'm sorry, Cupcake is on it. I don't care.
Cupcake is absolutely on it.
Cupcake
I want
is
Baby
on
Mother
it.
on it, but Baby Mother's not gonna do it. Who other women rappers?
Well, we
I
already
would say
said
No
Flo,
Name, but
Meg.
she's not gonna do it. Flo's
she's not gonna do it.
Meg's gonna do it.
Missy, you said.
Missy, absolutely. Foxy would do it if Lil Kim don't do it. Cardi B's not invited.
Cardi B's not on it. I'm sorry.
Cardi B has
no shade.
Don't make me start my tangent about that lady.
No. That's no shade.
No, that's no shade.
No.
She's not on it because I can't do it.
Iggy Azalea, no.
Adelia Banks. I'm sorry.
Actually, because we want people to be talking about it. Actually, I will vote for that one as well. I'll give you Azalea because you gave me Eve.
Yes, and I'll let you have Eve for real.
Yeah,
Because
it doesn't
Eve would
feel like
chomp.
I was gonna say it doesn't feel like a fair trade, but I'll take it.
It is.
I think we need some older people as well, though, because we do
Yeah, I
want
think we did need some older
to
people.
reach a large.
Lauren
I mean,
Hill is
people
not
are.
invited.
She won't come, baby.
She
We
won't
didn't even have
rap.
to. She won't be there.
Honestly, you know what? Lauren Hill will be invited because she's going to do the opening like monologue or the
Nice.
ending. Like either
No,
one.
no, 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 no. I'm sorry. If it's just chatting, Jill Scott should definitely do the opening and closing. Give us a narrator T. Give us that. Like, no, 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 no. Let's not talk about this because now I'm getting mad that it's not real.
It's not a thing.
It's actually really getting under my skin.
Because we need a Jill, Erica, and somebody else on just one track. Because we still need Brandy around. We still then we gotta put the singers in there too because it's not just gonna be all raps. It's gonna have some melodies. It's gonna have some.
And you know who's gonna be on it regardless, because that's what the people want. They gonna put her on it. They gonna put her on it. She gonna make her way in. And you know who's gonna it's gonna take a lot, but we're gonna get probably like an ooh from Jasmine. And
I was
me
gonna
and
say
you are
Jasmine.
gonna rewind that.
We're going to live off that ooh. We're not gonna get any track featuring Beyonce. But we may get some with Solange and Kalela. And I can live with that. Pink Panthers will be on there, but I can live with that.
I would like to see maybe Solange will host the behind the scenes discussions, and talk about the making.
Solange doing the visual movie.
She's doing the movie and she's giving us like creative direction. Like she's the one who's maybe curating it, like who's in it.
And she has this is what she has. She has an interlude. And it's like this the album tone changes. And we have Solange on this Christmassy but like deep, intense interlude.
No, wait. No, because it's a story, right? So in the beginning of the album, we're getting like Christmas Eve. Ooh, I'm gonna give him this. I'm gonna give him that. Da, da, da. We get Christmas morning. What he give me? What he give me? The mood shifts with Solange. And it's Christmas night, and we're reflecting, baby.
Wow.
Whoa. Who can we talk to?
Who can we run to?
But check the timestamp because you and this will be a short one.
This is gonna be 45 minutes long.
This will be 45 minutes.
We didn't even get to the catch.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
Okay, so I thought that for sure was going to be a quick question.
Me too, but
I was a fool when I wrote it down.
You talked about music with us, so I don't know.
That was a joke. So let's move on to the catch. This is where Jane and I are like, we're going to catch you up on some stuff. We're going to tell you what's going on, and we're going to tell you what's going out. But this week, it's going to be a little bit different. But what's not different is to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Anyway Pod and Twitter at Anyway. No. Instagram
and Twitter at
Anyway Twitter. Yeah, Instagram and Twitter at Anyway Pod, TikTok at Anyway the podcast. Ooh, girl.
I'm trying to change that this week.
Listen, I can't take no more. I can't keep stuttering like this. So we're gonna do something a little bit different. This may or may not be the last episode before the new year, just based off of because Christmas falls on a Monday, and New Year's is on a
Monday.
So then,
we'll see how next
week. Well, yeah, it's given 24. So we just wanted to just chat about our year that just passed and the year coming up. And I wanted to discuss a couple of things. I had a couple of questions, and you know how this goes. It'll lead to something else. We probably won't even get to the second question. But the first question, Jane, that I wanted to ask you was, what lesson did you learn this year? Is threefold: about your life, or about life in general, about yourself, and about the world. I know it, girl, the way it's written down. You ain't never took notes in your life, and suddenly life, yourself, and the world. I know you'll probably have a thick for the world.
No. I'm really going to try to reel it in.
Okay.
We'll see. Good luck, Charlie. Um. Okay, what lesson did I learn about my life this year? As far as life and like living, love is a battlefield. It's like, um, life is really what you make it. I think. I know that's so generic. It's hard to do this because like I don't want to be Jenny, but like, what am I supposed to do? Okay.
No, it is what you make it. That could be your answer.
No.
It's generic
But
because it's true.
It's not. But it's not. For me, this year, life is the little things. And by that, I mean, like, I can get in my head a lot about ideas and plans and goals and aspirations and all these things. But then, like, those goals are only met by doing the little things. And I think this year, life has been, like, showing me, like, we need you here. We need you present. We need you paying attention. I feel like for the first time in a few years, it's been like present. It's not like this passing moment and me not living in the now. It's a very present state of being. As far as myself, I'll say I've learned I didn't know my own strength.
I mean,
No, but absolutely
she would
not.
have been on it, but you know.
Oh, they use her as a sample.
Who would imagine a king? Sorry, go ahead.
I learned about myself that I was just missing reading. I was missing like my own education. I think I finessed my way through life so to this point that it's been a disservice. Though my therapist told me not to say that. She was like, why don't you acknowledge that this is how you were able to survive? And I said, and you know what? You're absolutely right. Like this was how I was able to survive life. But looking back, I never gave my all in places. Like it was always, like it was always just very half done or spread too thin, which that's still me. That's all. I feel like that's a part of honestly who I am. But also it was just unserious. And even when I think about older people who robbed me of my childhood or robbed me of my innocence because they put those expectations onto me, I see why they put those expectations on me because I come in with such bright thoughts at the beginning that then when the labor behind it or the work behind it is very like, oh child, like I don't really care or I don't feel like paying attention long enough to do this or I don't like it's taught me I love learning. Like I love learning. I love like getting to know people. I love educating people. I love talking about topics and diving into things and critically thinking about things past the surface. Like I feel like it's actually super important. And I also have learned that I can give while also saving enough for me. And that's something super important I've learned this year. As far as the world, just learn more about its apathy and its structures that were the thing is that's not inherent to the world though. The things that I've learned about the world are that the things that we call the world are actually corporations and capitalism. But as far as what the world there he goes. And as far as what the world actually has to offer, it's companionship, it's love, it's community, it's togetherness. Like in times of people think that, and this is from it's not here right next to me. Let this radicalize you. People think that when in times of survival or panic that we become more isolated and individualistic when that's actually the opposite. Through the system that keeps us in a foot on our back, it forces us into our own individualism and we deal with it all by ourselves. But when chaos strikes, we join and band together every single time. And I think I've learned that about the world. I've learned that
Mm.
when things go down, people are around you. Like people want to, they can't experience such harsh things alone. Like, and if they do, that's where it's time for us to start building some community care. Like the world needs community care and it actually has it, but we aren't using it, and we have actually been trained out of using it. And
Mm.
it's just something that's there. Like even when we talk about Palestine, like the moments of joy that they were able to find, the how they're able to take care of each other and rescue each other and be there for each other and pray for each other and feed each other. Like they're in the midst of mass death, and like they're still doing this thing. Like they're still
Mhm.
pushing forward. People are losing their families and still grabbing the mic to do the news. Like there's something powerful and impactful in that. Like I can learn from the people who say nothing. I can learn from the people who do nothing, who are everything else problematic. But I choose to learn from the people in the face of oppression, still
Mm.
choosing resilience. And that's what I learned about the world. And what
You
about
better go
you?
off. Go off, Pasta. Imagine I said like the nuttiest, like simplest thing, and then we moved on to
And
the
that's
next
okay.
question. And I might have to. So what I learned about life is that, especially it feels like in the colder months, it's always something. There's always something, and by that I mean like there's always it just happens. There's always a flat tire. There's always a leak. There's always somebody doing this. There's literally always
Flat
something.
tire.
Well, not me, baby. I heard it.
Yeah,
I
like
heard about
on
it.
your
I
bike?
read a text. I read a text. Don't. Now you know I keep my wheels pumped. Don't play with me. But there's always something, and it's just like in those moments where there is nothing, it's so important to just like really sit in that. And I guess essentially just to be present because it's like had I, of course, it's like now you knew something would inevitably come up, but it's like in October, I should have been grateful for those days where I was just being a silly goose hopping around like, oh, let me try this new thing. I had time and money and energy to do all this stuff. So I think just like being present in the mundane moments because it's a spectrum. Like it's not either mundane or amazing. It can be mundane, amazing, or like complete chaos and just hardship. So I think just like being present and appreciating just a regular day. There is something so
Okay.
special to me about coming home
A
from work
regular day.
and just being able to make dinner and be like, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to do." Well, I mean, okay, let me read a book. Let me watch something. Am I sure there's nothing that I'm supposed to be doing? I can just watch TV? Okay. So that's
Absolutely.
what it's just like about myself, I learned that it's really okay to give yourself credit and like nobody and if they do this not my problem thinks that I'm being arrogant or whatever. It's like no, I did do this thing. I did accomplish this thing and yeah, it was easy for me. Oh, it was really hard. Maybe it is hard, but it was easy for me, and
Right.
it's just like, oh, I did this thing. I used to do this thing, like just giving myself credit. Like, I'm not saying walk around and just be your own resume all the time, but sometimes it's okay
You have to
because,
be.
and let me tell you, when you are your own resume, like, and you walk around, sometimes you make connections, like talking about my experience in this, whatever, just randomly in a conversation. And then someone's like, I might have something for you. I'm gonna reach out to you because actually I'm working on something and I think you might be right for that. And that's not like a theoretical, like that's something that happened. And I'm like, come on, November, be that. It only took 11 months. But yeah, because I used to be good for like, oh, it was nothing, it was no big deal. Like
Right. Me
when people
too.
used to be
I'm good
like,
for that too.
oh, even for like simple things like clothes. Oh my gosh, it's such a cute shirt. I used to be good for it. This whole thing, meanwhile, tag still on it.
Right.
I just thought it was funny and cheeky, but it's like, I know, right?
Right.
The I know right changed my life. I first initiated the I know right with like babies. Oh my gosh, your nephew is so cute. I know, right? Instead of being like, oh, thank you. I know he is so cute. You look so nice. I know, right? Thank you. So there's that. And about the
Yeah.
world, to your point, I would definitely agree with like people coming together in those moments because it's especially in a micro sense. It's so easy to just just chalk it up to people are so selfish, people are evil, people are this, but really it's the bigger powers at play, you know? I don't think that we have gotten this far as a society, not even a society, as a human race by being selfish and not looking out for sharing skills with our community and living in that space. Like you said, it's a very much a thing that we have done here successfully. Oh, we don't have sugar. Go down the street and ask Miss Mabel for a cup of sugar. That's not
Right.
like a random myth, folklore people make up. People used to be able to go to people, and now it's like not a thing because it's like the powers at play make it so people have to turn to crime in order to survive. So it inherently makes the space unsafe, and now you can't leave your house because people robbing everybody can't open the door because this man is. But it's like the bigger powers at play have made it this way, and I think that I saw that, like you were saying, especially with everything that's going on in Palestine, being like, wow, you only have this one piece of bread. You have no idea the next time you'll ever see anything close to edible. And you still are going to choose to share your bread with a stray cat. That's different.
Right.
That's really different. And you can't teach that, of course, unfortunately. So I think that I have truly learned to see that it pains me to say a little bit, but there really is some good in everybody.
Yeah. James Baldwin
More,
said there's a few people, I'm butchering it, but there's a few people, there's a small portion of people who still almost like operate with love, and they're the ones keeping the world going. Like,
mhm.
and I'm like, yes, like there's few people operating from a sense of love and a sense of like this, still trying to give, still trying to see the light in the world, and they're the ones keeping the world moving forward.
Yeah, and it's all that we can do just to learn from these people, see how they do things, and then just try to emulate that, you know? Like, "Oh, I made some dessert and I have lots of it. Let me bring some to my coworkers."
Yeah.
Okay,
There
that was
been
very kind.
in when I was living in DC for the internship program, um someone who, he's from South Sudan, um and everything going on in Sudan right now, like those things are affecting him as well.
Mhm,
And he, when we were sitting there eating once, he had told me that it was very weird for him to eat how we eat. He was like,
mm,
because in Sudan, eating is a familial thing. Like you eat with everyone. There's no
yeah,
like we order our own things at Chipotle or whatever. It's like we everything's out on the table and you grab what you need, or you grab to fill your plate up. Like that's what food was. It was a communal experience. And I'm like, how many people in America eat in their privacy? Like they don't even eat together in the same
mhm,
room. One will go upstairs to their room, one will go to the living room, another one will eat in the kitchen, another one will eat. Like everyone is so isolated as we even eat, and eating is such a, like when you eat with other people, it's a different experience that you have. Like I think
yeah,
sleeping and eating with another person, like in the space, not necessarily like with each other, but like in the
yeah,
space, I think it's very spiritual. Like when you sleep with someone, it's hard to say sleep with someone and not mean like sleeping with somebody. But I remember,
rest.
I will never forget one time in, it was like middle school. I was at my friend's house and he has like a plethora of brothers, but his two younger were there as well. We all passed out after school taking a nap. And my friend got up, left the couch where we all were napping, and went to his room. And when we woke up, I said, "You got up?" He was like, "Yeah, I wanted to be in my bed." I said, when you got up, I couldn't like say you got up, but I know when you got up because the energy in the room changed. Like because that
Mm,
person left this space, like the chemistry that was going on here, like messed up. Like something about that messed up the unity.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And I think that for in general, like when people, if they fall asleep around you, that means I feel like they trust you. But
yeah,
when you share a space in slumber with someone, like I think there's something very powerful in that, and I can't explain it. I can't like dive into, I don't know the science behind it. I guess I'll call Bill Nye after this, but I think there's such power in eating with someone, sharing a meal with someone specifically, but like
oh,
or,
for
or
sure.
sleeping in the same space with someone. Like there's such power in that. Your cousins that you slept in the same room with, those are the cousins you're cool with, like the cousin that you
So
consider
true.
siblings or you're related to, like, yeah,
That's
which
so
we already
true.
know. But
Well,
so yeah.
I 100% agree about the food thing, and I'm gonna give my mother this. You know, we eating once dinner was made, it was at the table. It was not gonna be come down and get this plate. I think it's mostly because I'm gonna still give her credit, but I think it's mostly because it's like I slaved over this. I put all this effort in. I want to see everybody eat it, and I want
And
to
that's
hear
fair
how much
too.
we loved it. And it's like, okay, that's fair. But it's like I can't even first of all, it's such a hike. Like it's an extra step to leave the space and then bring the plate and stuff back. What if you want seconds?
Mm.
So for the effort alone, I'm gonna stay in the dining room. What goal? I know you accomplished a lot, but what goal did you accomplish this year that you want to share?
What's funny is when I was reading it, I was like, what did I accomplish this year? And I
Girl,
really don't know. I could say like use my sewing machine for the first time.
I can name like five
Became a
things for
parent.
you.
Like what?
Exactly. Number one, you finished abolition school, you started taking sewing classes, you cut your hair, you read how many books this year?
A few.
You got us on this digital platform. Don't piss me
True.
off. Go ahead, name
Okay.
a goal.
This is true.
Ugh.
Um, what goals I accomplished this year? I think the tricky part is goal because the other thing
Mm,
about you know what I'm saying about life
yeah,
this
yeah.
year was your goals should be ever changing. Like
Oh, for sure.
you know what I'm saying? Like a goal is not written in pen at all, and it shouldn't be because circumstances create your goals as well. Like your circumstance
Mhm,
can reimagine what your goal is. And like
mhm.
I became a dog dad this year. Like I at the beginning of the year, I did not think I was getting a dog.
I did not
Um,
see it.
no one did. And like sewing class, like you said, abolition school, which I can't believe I forgot that, but abolition school went and finished. Um, there's something to say about that. Starting a community organization in my town, um, learning about learning about fashion, doing more art, redoing my budget. Like, okay, there was some cute things I did this year. I can't lie. Went home, went to South Carolina a few times. Like those are goals of mine. Seeing my family, spending more time with them, developing deeper connections. That was a goal of mine this year. Um, yeah. Okay, you ate that little one.
No, because
Read
I was
books,
really about
as you
to
said.
kick you out of the Zoom for real.
Read books.
L Jaden, the people on the podcast know, like, you check out 7 books at a time. You're saying read
Yeah.
books like you read 3.
I don't know
You
how
read 3
many.
last week.
Mm, I have
And
no
I
idea.
remember at the beginning of the year when we was both on our page-turning journey, and then I had to fall off for a second. But
Me
you
too.
kept going.
No, the books were just here. I was barely reading them.
No, that was recent, that was recent. In the
Yeah.
beginning, you kept going
Oh, I was reading
full
books now.
steam
Yeah.
ahead. The librarian knows your middle name,
They know me.
baby.
The sewing class is at the library, by the way. And
Perfect.
I did an event for my job at the library. And
Mhm.
the lady was like, I've been seeing you a lot here recently. And I was like, yeah, I was coming to the sewing class, but I haven't come. She was like, you have to come. Da, da, da. And so that's why I went back. And I was the only person there. So we were able to like talk. I'm asking her like how does she like working at the library? And she started talking about like they're taking the funding away and all those things. And you know, like I don't want to hear that.
Yes. No. And that's what side note, I mean, not to get on my soapbox, but that's why it's so important to go to your local library.
Yes.
Even if you just check out a book but don't read it, they don't know if you read that book or not,
They
but
don't
they just see
care.
that somebody needs it.
Yes. And even if there's books, and this is what I need people to understand, if there are
Mhm.
books that they don't have, get them to order it. Stop spending your money on books you don't even know if you like, and you trying to buy a dupe. See what I'm saying? Dupe book.
The Maya Angelou dupe is crazy. Please, have you started that?
I read it one like body of work for the organization, but I
Mhm.
haven't been able to like kind of read through.
Now that's a book that I checked out. Okay, he was holding up Sister Outsider by Audre Lorde.
No,
That's
he's
a
the
book
dude.
that
Sister
I
outside.
Sister Inside.
Homegirl outside.
That's moving on because you
Go ahead. No, please
I'm
say what you're
really
gonna say.
I was going to say that that's a book that, I did check out a library, but I would buy it to keep. And that's the good thing about having a library. You check out the book, you read it all the way through, you're like, I want to read this again and annotate it this time.
Right.
So I'm gonna just buy it.
Yeah. And they will buy the book. If another
Mhm.
library in their circuit doesn't have it, they will buy it. I be getting them to buy books down. Do you hear me? And what that does is that also helps with their funding. Like it shows the need for money there because people are coming in requesting things. Like people are requesting for
Exactly.
books to be bought. So it's like
Mhm.
you have a book that's been on your reading list, you go see if they have it. They don't. Can we place an order for this? And they'll do
Hello?
it.
And I think that also speaks to the like thinking your library is corny or has a lack, right? Number one, you won't know until you go. Jaden, you can bear witness to that. Number two, if they don't have it, they have an affiliation with other libraries, other places. They can ask if they have it. Nobody has this super rare book that you're the only person in the world who knows about. Okay, they'll order it for you then, sweetie.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. It's just a book.
And they'll call you to let you know
So
to come pick it up.
I know, I love that part. And I don't know if your library is like this. They don't charge late fees anymore.
You love
So,
that. Yes, they do.
oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, even in my when I no girl, because you need to ask them about that. Because even back at my old spot in New Jersey, they was not charging late fees.
Well, I don't know, but
That's because you be ordering books, baby. They need that money back. If they
well,
bring it
also
back, Jaden,
the late fees, like let's be fair, the late fee be like it gets up to $1 or like two
I don't know
dollars, and
what
it'd
it
be
gets
like
up to. I don't.
it gets up to $2. I had a late. They was like, yeah, there's a book that it says you haven't returned in 15 years. I was like, oh. I said, how much do I
So
owe?
scary.
It was like $2.50. I said,
And
take this
that's why
money.
they need to just remove it because it's
Like,
fake.
you're playing
It's
with me right now.
it's a
I
threat, and
I
baby,
really don't feel like it.
at this point, I'm keeping the book. It'd be
I don't know
cheaper
where
to
that
just
book
keep
is.
the book forever at that point.
Hmm.
Let me not give y'all no ideas.
Yeah, because
What I learned in boating school, no. A goal that I
what
want
goal
to
did you
share,
accomplish?
uh, that I want to share
Clock.
is um, oh, you know what it is? Cooking more. Oh my gosh. So back when I
Mm,
used to live at home, I used to be chefing it up. Chef me couldn't tell me nothing. Then when I moved out here alone, just because I was rushing, you could catch me eating a fry every single day. That air
mm,
fryer was getting worked out so much so that I recently had to buy another one. But then now I be chefing it up. I got a wok. I love. Oh my gosh, I love my wok so much, and eating more vegetables as well. Um, like fresh vegetables. And there's no shade. There's nothing wrong with frozen vegetables, of course. It is cheaper sometimes to just like go to a produce junction or something and buy it fresh and then freeze it. And that, oh my gosh, my freezer right now, it like you said, it was not like something I wrote down last January. Have more frozen peas in the freezer.
right.
But when I open my freezer and I see bags of cabbage and spinach and celery chopped up, broccoli, onion ready to go,
Mm-hmm.
that's grown. That's grown. Another thing that I accomplished was, um, which is nutty, but like whatever, is advocating more for myself in regards to my landlord and the fullest that they be trying me. No, baby, I don't see what you claim to have fixed. Come on back.
Today.
Come on back and fix. Didn't I talk about that last week? The water, like the
Yep.
continuous what? I
Make
don't
me
see it.
sweat.
Hello, make me what? Come back and fix this. So advocating more for myself because it's literally my money. I'm still not going to make returns. I do still have that calculator, but with the landlord, I'm a swipe up on the story for sure.
Right.
And then I would also say I was really, for some reason, actually I know the reason, like really apprehensive and nervous to really get into it with cutting my own hair. Just give It never gave fade. It never gave something dramatic.
Mm,
But this year, I cut my hair so low, and that girl, it be given. I'm sorry, it be given like we mentioned earlier, even the barbershop
mm.
fade in the
You
bit.
be doing fades?
Girl, yes, girl.
Aren't they easy? Like they're actually really
They're
easy.
so once again, this is one of those things. Yeah, they are easy. I know, right? They're they're so easy for us. And I just, obviously you have known me, Jaden, since I had just regular long hair, no
Right.
nothing cut. And now I'm like, girl, cut it all off and dye it pink. Pink
Because
hair
what else is there
actually.
to do it?
Yeah, there's what else is there to do it? Whatever you just said. Um Yeah, pink hair for sure. I mean, I had purple and blue, but pink, I just never did.
Right.
And I'm gonna go back to the pink in March, I think, because it was just, oh. So
It
there's
did
that.
something.
It did something. The next, oh, wait. Okay, so I guess this leads into the next question. What is your goal for the upcoming year? Once again, goals change, but something that's like, it doesn't have to be like, read 20 books, lose 20 pounds.
Right.
It can truly just be a concept, an idea.
Um, I think next year. The problem is I always had mad goals, and then whatever ones I end up doing, I'm like, these are wins. Um,
Hello?
I definitely want to learn more about fashion and learn more
Yeah.
about like girl, and I want to sew. Like
Mm.
I want to create a piece, create a collection, and then sell a collection this year. Um,
Ooh.
I want to read more books always. Um, get more organized. Mm, get my closet together.
Oh, Jaden, no, okay, I will help you.
But
I
it's like slow
love
shopping. Girl, I went to the thrift store the other day after my so-called event. I was driving home and I was like, I might as well go. At first, my instinct was like, "Oh, you should go thrifting." It literally was like, "You should
yeah.
go thrifting." I was like, "I'm not going." And I was like, "Another girl,
Well,
trust my intuition more." But my intuition, I was like, my intuition telling me to go. I'm gonna go. I went. Girl, I bought this lamp that's so cute. I bought this like alarm clock, but it's like a little ball thing, but it like projects the time onto the wall. And I bought this Fifth Avenue bag. I'm gonna show you all this once we're done. Um, this tie from me and my mom looked it up. The tie is worth like $200 something dollars, but I'm
mm,
gonna wear it. Uh, this Caesar's jacket that I was like, but I'm
cute.
gonna get it. It was cute. Um, this workout, this it's pretty blue, like workout top, but it's like a zip up, a quarter zip top, a red quarter zip, and then like this brown full zip that is so cute, and I love wearing it. It's already my favorite hoodie, and then some jeans and another bag that's actually for EpiPens, and I didn't know that,
Okay.
so I may donate that to somebody or use it for something else. Where it's up in the air right now.
It's I love that. Specifically
Wait, that
commenting
wasn't
on the
yeah.
EpiPen bag. I used to have an AARP bag, and oh baby, it was so cute.
It's
Hang
so
on to
they're
that
so cute.
EpiPen bag. They be
You
so cute
never
for no
know.
reason.
And okay, back to the goals because I
Oh.
can't. But like thrifting more, doing more like archival, looking at going to boutiques, going to like different
Mm,
thrift stores, and curating almost like my own archive of me. You know, like keeping a list of the things that
mm.
I like, keeping a list of the places I want to go, the places I've gone, and like I think that's just like a one time thing or a big thing that can lead to a bunch of other things where it's like sit down, write out all the places you want to go, all the things you want to try or do or whatever, and start. And then as you experience those things, do new things. I want more solo dates. I want more non-solo dates, um, more friendship dates, uh, more hangouts, more community, more emphasis on community this year. I think the astrology girls are saying that we got to be individuals down this year, but I'm like, but she also explained like community is you being an individual showing up to a
Mm,
community. You know, like it
mhm.
takes you as an individual to be a strong member of a community. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you ate that bad.
Yeah,
But
it's not
like,
isolation. Yeah.
no, it's not like isolation. You have to be by yourself. It's you have to be able to do for yourself.
Mhm.
Um, and then we talk about elderly. Then we talk about other issues. So then, yeah. Anyway, I wanted to organize a protest or like some type of rally. I want to organize like
Ooh.
political education spaces. I want to host an event. I have some events in mind that I want to host. I want to relaunch Sneer. I want to do so. I have a big project for Create About Jaden that I still want to do. Like, there's so many things I want to do that now it's just moving on them and realigning my goals as the year
Mhm.
go on.
That's awesome. And it's like the expression, if you throw something at the wall, is if you keep throwing stuff at the wall, something will eventually stick. And it's
Something
like
has
I
to.
have 100 goals. I must accomplish at least one.
Exactly. And then they just kind of a lot of these goals were my goals last year. Like they just,
Yeah.
like they just get put
Oh,
back
for
on
sure.
if they didn't get knocked off, they get pushed over to the next year. Like you just have to keep living. It's month after
Yeah.
month, day after day, minute after minute, second after second. Like it's really just living in the moment.
I think speaking on that and also something
Adventure
you said
as well.
earlier about adventure awaits. Something you said earlier about how goals change and how, the life you live informs the goals. That's also really important. Side note, there's not a question for this, but just something else is to be flexible and just be willing to accept
Mm,
whatever comes your way. And that's something I will pride myself on. Like I'm a flexible girly.
insane.
My goal, like I'm so willing to just like pivot. I love a pivot. And not to say like completely, leave everything you love behind for the sake of this pivot. Of course, stay true to yourself, but if an opportunity presents itself, but it wasn't in your 5-year plan, it's okay to shift gears, shift goals, shift priorities, etc., etc. I love your list of goals. You have so many. I hope they're written down somewhere, or at least I don't know,
Yeah, this
ingrained.
is all being
You have
pulled from.
1,000 notebooks. So when you go back and listen to this episode, get that pen moving, babe. My goals for this upcoming year, I would say continue to cook, continue to eat more vegetables. Something about me, girl, the way I have rice and vegetables every day. I want to get into Pilates,
Mm,
but it's expensive.
fitness. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, well, girl, you
Health. Overall health.
you
Overall health,
be at
honestly.
the gym, but yes,
Doctors,
same.
full blood screening.
I can't get into doctors right now.
I know. I know,
I
girl.
can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. But yeah, I would
I
say
got
that
one
as
more
well.
year. Well, I got 2 more
Pilates.
months.
uh, yeah, go ahead and get that screening in. Schedule that tonight.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, more vegetables, Pilates, shave. I think I want to shave my head, but the problem is I love my curls so much. Like when I look back at pictures, I'm like, who is she? So cute, so iconic. But why let this jawline go to waste? I don't know. So that um I want to go to another conference. I went to one or two conferences this year and they're just so fun. You learn so much,
Mm,
you meet so many people. So definitely go to a conference. And another goal that I've had for, I'm going to say years, but really I mean one, I've had for years is to have my job pay for me to do something.
mm,
My job, the way my sister's job be paying to send her here, there, everywhere for a conference, but of course the conference is 1 out of the 5 days that they've paid for her to stay. That's what I want. I
yeah.
want that. So I guess the first thing is to get a job that it would make sense for them to send you somewhere. They not gonna the job I'm
Yeah,
working
you
at,
have to
babe,
align with your goals, babe.
why would they? And we're working on that. We're working on that coming soon. So that and a goal that I had last year that, like you said, it's gonna have to move to this one. It's so small, but it's so like wow to me. I really would love to have something tailored
Ooh.
by a professional. Like so far up to this day, I just have to do all of my own tailoring. And have to is a lot, because
doing some labor.
that's a privilege to be able to have that skill and the tools to do that.
Yeah.
So of course I love that I know how to tailor some pants or whatever, but I just want to stand there while the lady puts pins in. Is this good? Do you like this fit? I want to have something tailored, and maybe that's by Jaden. I don't know.
Honestly, and tailoring's not too expensive.
No, it
Well,
isn't. But the thing
relatively.
is, I'd be like, if I make it these pants tailored, I want these pants as well, and these pants. So it's and
A lot
also
of
the
people
thing
tailor their
is,
whole closets.
but the thing also with that is, when I moved here, the my weight just fluctuated so much with all the walking and the lack of proper eating. I'm like, it's giving twig. So I just have to. I just need to figure out what is it going to be. Come on, baby. I don't even care what the size is, but I just need to know that it's going to be this one, so I can get these pants tailored. Because I'm not going to pay to have them taken in or let out again.
No, and it's more expensive to let them out.
Hello, where we pulling this fabric from? You made that up. So definitely that, and host more events, small events for friends and things, because this
and
year
invite me.
You were invited.
I wasn't invited.
You were out of town. You were out of state.
I wasn't.
You were fully in South Carolina.
I never went to South Carolina once.
All right. So Jaden's goal for the next year is to stop all that lying. But no, seriously, I do. And like we talked about before, I need to host karaoke with the girlies.
You must.
But the problem is, Jaden.
Oh, never mind.
Here's the problem. Letting other people get a turn.
Honestly, you're the realest person I know for that very statement. Karaoke is so hard because why do you think you're getting this mic out my hand? It's not.
I want to go again.
I have another song. Like, while they're performing, I'm thinking of.
I just thought of something. Cue this. Oh, it's not my turn. Okay.
And I'm
not even listening to you because I'm sitting here singing through my performance, making sure I know all the notes.
Or I'm pissed that you picked the song that I think I would sound better singing.
Now that's real. That's real, because it's like, is it messy for me to do that song after the same
song and eat them up?
Well, and that's the problem. So I'm gonna have to learn. The first one's gonna be a little clunky because it's gonna give, okay, Amira, we know you hosting it and it's your space, baby, but we want to go to. And if Jaden's there, I know that won't be a problem because he'll push me.
Yeah. And that's the
So that
I didn't know how many friends I had in.
I can't wait. So definitely that. Yeah. What thing? That meme of the lady that just grows and grows every year? I want to say it started in 2012, but it could have started in 2010. The lady with the baggage.
Yeah.
And she's got her heels on and she's
Coco Jones
stepping on.
Did you see that?
Of course she did. Like a real thing.
That's a real, like, stepping up. Yep.
That is so cute. What are you leaving in 2023, Jaden? Not now. Notice how I didn't say who.
I know.
What?
I'm leaving the cement at my feet in 2023. I think a lot of 2023 has been the waiting to exhale of it all, or like the I'm unable to move forward because how I say it, like there's cement at my feet, and it's just like I think the next year is going to be my manifestation, like in as tangible, like their ideas now. What does it look like as material? And yeah, like I think my accomplished goal list is going to be much longer and much more like defined and also celebrated. Like the goals will be celebrated more often. Like you were saying before, with like acknowledging the things that you do. It's like we want people to give us flowers, but we also don't give them to ourselves. And I think I want more opportunities to give myself flowers. and I'm leaving behind me those who don't think I should be getting flowers or doing things that are getting flowers, but also like my own perception of why other people's opinions of those
Yeah.
things matter. You know, like
Mhm.
anything holding me back from taking a step forward is getting left behind. Is getting cut
Ooh,
off me
hello.
because there's no room for that anymore. Especially in the world we live in today, girl. We barely got time left.
No, for real. Gotta make the most of it. I love that for you. And not to call you out, but I am. It's so real you saying the giving yourself flowers because I had to not even
Right.
20-40 minutes ago, I haven't accomplished anything this year, baby.
Don't give
Baby.
me the Scooby Doo.
And that was just what I knew though. I'm sure there are so many other things that you're doing that are just small. Okay, I am gonna suggest one for you. I know people shouldn't do this. Make that bed, baby. Make that bed. Yeah, leave an unmade bed. Leave that in 2023.
I actually made my bed today.
That makes me so happy. How did it feel?
I'm lying. See, that's what you get.
But what did you gain?
Leave that smile in 2023.
Leave that smug attitude. Okay. Well, you might have got me, and that's why I'm gonna hand out turns like drink tickets at my karaoke night, and you're getting one. What am I leaving in
You
2023?
think I'm not going to take
Jaden.
other people's drink ticket?
And that's a game. That's a game in and of itself.
That's fun.
Put your drink ticket down and watch what happens.
And you don't get to sing karaoke.
You're done. You don't get the thing because you went to the
Everyone
bathroom
give me
and you
the
left
thing.
that ticket. Everybody, I'll hold them for you. I'll keep them warm.
Girl, don't
Anyway.
go to the bathroom. I'll hold it for you right now. She
I'll
comes back
I'll
out.
hold
I'm
your
like,
turn. Absolutely. Absolutely. What am I leaving in 2023? I would say I'm leaving behind the fear of failure for things that if I fail, I'll still land relatively in a safe spot. Um, and that's all for the catch. Now
my
it's
bad. I had
time
to.
for
No.
oh,
I had
sorry.
to test out leaving a mirror in 2023, and I couldn't
What
do it.
oh
So what are
you
you leaving in 2023?
I'm so let me just tell you what just happened. I'm chatting. Jaden decides to freeze and leave the Zoom. Okay, bye. So I had to keep talking to myself and wrap it up quickly. What am I leaving in 2023? Bad Wi-Fi. That's true actually because it's just too
I'm
much. I
exhausted.
just
I'm exhausted.
can't. And that's not even shade for you. That's just in general. Like it's just too much. And which is such a first world thing to say, bad Wi-Fi. But no, I was saying the fear of failure, and it's okay. I mean, to a certain extent. Like, I'm not gonna bet all of my rent money on some horses. You should be a fear. You should be afraid to fear. You should be afraid. See how I'm stuttering because it's so ridiculous. You should
You should fear failing in that.
you should fear failing that. But yeah, it's like the things that I'm trying to take chances on, if I fail, I'll still land amongst a couple of clouds. And I'm also leaving behind. This is gonna sound like so ridiculous, and it's probably a lie because sometimes I get sucked in, but I'm gonna try to leave behind that foolish mess where it's like somebody try to tell you some tea and it don't even be like, girl, I don't even care. This is some foolishness. This is not even
That's not
good
gonna happen.
mess.
I'm
This
rooting for
ain't
you to leave that behind, but that's something other people will have to has full control of, and
I'm
because
shutting it down.
you don't know it's a mess or it's not, it's foolishness until you receive it.
That's true, but sometimes when you can just hear a name, you're like, no,
No,
I
that's
don't care.
real. Like sometimes I just don't even. I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. Honestly,
Who was doing what? Yeah, no, I don't care. I
keep
don't
it.
care. And you know why? Actually, you're right. That'll never happen because of the next segment. Take it or leave it. The girls sometimes write in foolish mess. Like last week. What do you mean? Why is she mad? I slept with her man.
You know, I've been thinking about that all week.
I was thinking about it yesterday because I don't know why I was thinking about it, but I was because it's just so foolish.
It's ridiculous.
To be that like nutty, to be that absent,
Oblivious.
oblivious. Thank you, Word King. Remember when you used to make up words and now you're using real words?
I've been
You have
reading books.
grown. You have been reading books. So that was the catch for the second time. That was the catch. Take it or leave it. Psych, we don't have anything because we're not doing foolish mess just for today. But we will absolutely resume with the foolish mess after the holidays. So if you want to send us some foolish mess, you want to send us a question that isn't self-care related, email us at challengeawaypod@gmail.com. No one ever asks questions like, what's a song I should play to let my man know I love it? What's a song I should play at my wedding? Nobody ever asks us questions about things we know. What should I wear with this? What should I make for dinner? Nobody asks It's just, I slept with this man. How should I tell my mama that that was her husband? Like, just nutty stuff.
Reality.
I know. And
And
that's
I
why it's going to
live.
continue.
And
I
one
know.
thing I'm not leaving in 2023 is the tea we get on the show. I
No.
live for it. I love for it. I'll die.
Oh, yeah, this is work. This is different. I meant me out.
Personal. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
me out there. Me out in the world. I don't have the energy for it because I'm saving all my love for this.
True.
Thank me. Oh, so that was take it or leave it. I mean, there was nothing. Now it's time for thank me later. Jane and I are like, do this thing, listen to this thing, watch this thing, eat this thing. You're welcome in advance. Oh, you already do it? Okay. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The first one we mentioned it at the beginning briefly about vegetables, squash. She's that girl. Eat more of it. And
Yeah.
that's such a me thing to say, to be like, eat more squash. And it's like, girl, I already was. You didn't discover America with that. But eat different varieties. Something I have never eaten, I don't even know if you can eat it because it's always used for decorations, are acorn squash. I don't know if they are edible for real and if they taste good. So I'm
Well,
gonna try that.
yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. So eating more squash. Oh, Jaden.
You don't want to just do both of yours.
Okay, you're rude and nasty. Fine. The next one, because I thought we was gonna do a little ping pong, but
But it's
okay. You want
like
me to just get it out and
one.
shut up. I see. The next one is, speaking of foolish mess, watch First Wives Club on Netflix. Is it amazing? Is it the best piece of anything I've watched? Is the storyline really good? Find out next week. But watch it because we want to support our Black queens. Jill Scott, Michelle Buteau, the other actress whose name I don't know. They have so many cameo appearances. I can't
They
even
do.
tell you because I don't even
Every
want
time
to
I walk
spoil
past
it.
the screen, I saw a new person that I just knew.
I know. And I don't want to spoil it because when they come up on the screen, it's like a 90s legend, a 2000s legend. I mean, I don't think Brandy's going to be on there, but that's okay. The next one, I just got text this by my sister, Avery Wilson's new project, Kiss the Sky. She didn't tell me anything more than that, but oh, it's not a, wait, is it a single or an album? It's a single. Okay, so go ahead and listen to that.
Sounds right.
And take it away, Jaden.
Well, while you're on Netflix, after you watch First Wives Club, because we know how important that is, um, make sure you watch, or honestly don't watch, School Spirits. This was going to be my moment of the week, but it really pissed me off, because it really pissed me off how it ended. But
Oh.
watch it because it was good. Like, it was good. It was interesting, and it was building up to something, and then it pissed me off at the end. And I kind of want to spoil it for y'all, but I'm not going to, because especially because it's so new on Netflix. But because I really want to talk about why it pissed me off. I mean, or you watch it, and then once you watch it, then I'll have all room to talk about it.
So you want me to watch something with the knowledge that's going to piss me off?
It may not piss you off, but it pissed me off.
Which means
It
it's
may
going to
not.
piss me off 10 times
might-
worse.
It didn't piss me off to where like I couldn't stop thinking about it, but it was definitely a child anyway moment. Like, it was just like, child anyway, like, we wasted our time. It's not a waste of time because the show is good. It's just watch it.
I'm gonna see.
Yeah. So if you are on TikTok world, you more than likely probably won't. Infinity Song. It's like the family that sings together. The family stays together.
Oh, and the guy plays the guitar, and there's like two brothers, two sisters. They're black, right?
Yeah, it's like a family
Yeah.
They have a EP or project, whatever, called Metamorphosis out. So good. Very sunset, very like euphoric, very like driving, thinking, and it's something about it that's very like captivating in a way, but very calming. It's almost like indie popish. Really enjoy it. Y'all know I love a genre, so it's
singer
really
songwriter. Oh,
that's what it says.
That's my fave genre.
Oh, you love singer songwriter. That's what it says on there.
Yes,
it says singer songwriter.
It's okay. Yes, it says singer songwriter.
I ate, but that is what it is. This is right up your alley, child. And do that for the next one. Instead of complaining about how you need to go to the gym or you need to go do something else. Go take a walk. Go for a hike. Go run around the block, or go
stretch in the middle of the living room.
Go stretch. Go put on a music video and dance to your heart's content. Like, do something else. You don't need to work. You don't need to buy the little step up thing off TikTok. You don't have to purchase anything. You don't have to have a gym subscription or membership. Go to the gym if you're paying for it, or if you want to go to the gym. I'm not saying don't, but enjoy a walk of nature. It's cold. Make you a hot cup of Joe and take you a smooth walk. It doesn't have to be like a super fast, like, that's capitalism. That's productivity. That's forced productivity. Sometimes things can just be for leisure. Sometimes things can just be for leisure. It doesn't have to always be like I saw. First of all, let me also say this was an idea from Afro Jedi with 3 eyes on Twitter, who originally said, like, y'all be saying I need to go. Should I go to the gym tonight? And I'll be saying no, go for a walk. And I'm like, well, yes, like, go for the walk. Take a friend, take your dog, take your sibling, take your parent. Like, go for the walk. There's you don't have to be productive. You don't have to climb the mountain today. You could just enjoy a long stroll through this one part of town that you always looked at from your car or from the bus or whatever other place, and take that walk. And yeah, like everything. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I saw someone just now before we kind of started recording. Someone had made like a 3D print of like something to put on the AirPod, like the AirPod Max case, like not the case, the headphone, the big one. And the first thing is, where can I buy? And it's like, can I learn how to keep making it first? Like, can I make some more first? Can this not be like my third time ever touching a 3D printer before y'all start learning how to purchase stuff or asking how to purchase stuff? Let's just enjoy things regardless of if we can buy them or purchase them or consume them. Why don't you go learn how to do it yourself? Or why don't you look up how you could possibly do this and then make one for you? Make your own
Or
dude
why don't you just look at the picture and then like
and
it and
enjoy
move
it and
on?
then move forward. You don't have to own it. You don't have to buy it.
It's not like a life-changing thing. It's just a cute little something. That is something that used to get on my nerve a lot about TikTok and Twitter. Whenever someone would share their craft, the first thing is always, "Oh my gosh, do you sell these? I want one." Baby, if she sold it, the link would have been in the bio.
Right.
Come on. That was a sneak. That was a
I
sneak,
don't know what you're talking
Jada.
about.
Right.
This has been another episode of Ciao. Anyway,
You have the opportunity to listen to anyway, wherever you listen to your podcasts.
we drop new episodes every week, including on YouTube.
Specifically on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, rate, review. Actually rate and review, because I say that every single week. And baby, I haven't seen no new rates or reviews. Subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you're staying up to date with all of that. And also sign up for the mailing list.
Sign up for the mailing list. ChildAnywayPod.com.
Yeah.
Just enter your email. We're not gonna jump you. Eat some more squash. Watch First Wives Club on Netflix and School Spirits on Netflix. Don't even start on First Wives Club because isn't that a Tyler Perry production?
I don't think so. It would be called Tyler Perry's First Wives Club if it were. Just saying.
True. Go stream Metamorphosis, the album or EP or project by Infinity Song, and go for that walk. Go for that stroll. Go for that standing outside and just looking back and forth until your neck is tired. Like, do something else. You don't go stretch, go bend, go dance, go gyrate. Just don't tap shit on my foot. And that'll all be for Clear Skin. Happy holidays.
Bye.